In the year of 1987, a mermaid gave birth to a golden child, a child deriving from the direct source of the infinite essence that makes all things, existing and non, simultaneously through the paradox of living and dying all at the exact same time. It was this very place where the essence of this golden child, before embodying the fetus, came to life in this vast ocean, tapping into the energies and the frequencies of the moon in which the sun derived from. Inheriting the natural traits, formulating the particles so this child could thrive in what was to come of the most enduring trials and tribulations that no individual should have to endure. But this child was special. This child was ordained. This child was gifted. This child was like a diamond who could take unspeakable pressure and become the very thing that it was meant to be. For this trial, whether he knew it or not, would attempt to break him. Those very individuals who were implemented to be his demise were no match to the true potential of what this child really was. For it was not to become a man, it was beyond that. In the depths of the sea, where all things were meant to be, deriving from the frequencies of where all life starts, the mermaid saw to it to look after him, even when he would walk amongst the land. This child would grow in the very infrastructure that would keep him in tune and tapped into the very source of which he always derived from. He just had to remember. As a child, this unique being always knew that there was something more to what it was being shown to him. For what he would feel, what he would connect with, would always give him a sense of comfort and reassurance that there was something bigger than him. Always bigger than him, but he knew he was a part of. This child found sanction in nature, being amongst the trees, listening to the breeze, staring into the sky, knowing that there was something more beyond the clouds, having kindred relations and bonds with animals that he could understand in ways that couldn't be processed in words, but more of a telepathic ability, an ability that helped him reestablish the very thing that always kept him grounded, but at the same time lifted, which was love. Love was the thing to get him through the pain, through the suffering, through the agony. Love was the reminder that no matter what he would endure, he would always keep going. No matter how many times he fell, he would always find a reason to get back up. He knew all that he was enduring at an adolescent's age, as a child, Grown into a teenager and even to a young man, he knew there was reasoning behind all the deception and the lies. All that was hidden only validated the inner truth that he always stayed true to. Seeing beyond the illusions, trusting in the intuition, trusting in himself, and always having the water to justify the notions of why giving up was not an option. This child was very aware of the reasoning on why he was here. His mind needed to be reformatted from the programming that was put upon him in home and outside the walls of what he called home, only to find out that it really wasn't a home. The more he let go of what he learned, the more he realized how he was living a lie. A lie he can no longer be a part of. A lie he can no longer be connected to. A lie by any means he was ready to sever the tie to, no matter the stakes, because he knew there was something more to who he was, his reasoning, his purpose, his passion. He realized where he was, he did not belong. By utilizing the ancestral teachings of how to truly meditate, to truly tap into the frequencies and the vibrations and the sounds that were of not harmony, but more of a synchronicity that was built to be harmonizing. He just had to put the work in to reach those very frequencies. Once that connection was established, he knew there was no turning back. The more he refamiliarized himself with the true essence that had always been within him, the more he realized that he never really was alone. For there were those waiting on him, awaiting his awakening, awaiting his rebirth, awaiting for him to take his calling. And in doing so, he realized that he was unstoppable. All in all, love, true love, unconditional love, built off the sanction of loyalty, respect, honor, saved his life, kept him on his path, and gave him the family he always deserved. With this support, with this means of new reasoning, it only opened the doors to the many of rooms he didn't realize resided within him. It was within these rooms where he realized that there were things that he had to let go. He had to change. He had to destroy to then recreate. This individual goes by the name Amaru. And Amaru simply means shedding the skin like the serpent of the past that he was never meant to endure, to get him to where he was supposed to be, to live in what he would consider serenity. But this was only the beginning.